your personal story is almost the story of every man. mid 40s, 50s, being diagnosed with chronic illnesses, one after the other, and ending up on a number of medications for chronic illnesses, which we now know are preventable. That's the story of every man. Everyone I look around, everyone I see around me is in that same boat. So, and I think what I see wrong in our society is that most people, and you might disagree with me, but most people that at least I come across see it as normal and put it down to age. Well, okay, so hypertension, well, you're in your 40s now, so, it's not unnatural. Gout, well, again, no one really questions what's causing the gout. Arthritis, oh, okay, well, grandma also had arthritis, so it's probably genetic. We tend to normalize ill health and reliance on medication. And I think that makes it very difficult to change, to become a healthier society. What do you think? Any comments on that?
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree with you more. And it's very dangerous, the situation we're in now. In the United States, more than half of the adult population is either overweight or obese. So it's almost normal to be overweight. Over half the population has diabetes or prediabetes of the adult population in the United States. Over half the population has fatty liver disease. So these things are becoming so common that, like you say, they're almost being accepted. It's okay to be overweight. Maybe it's not okay, but it's part of life to be that way. And I think that's a mistaken conclusion. And these chronic diseases that we see increasing, in my opinion, are not necessarily the inevitable results of aging, but have other deeper metabolic factors that fortunately we can control with our lifestyle and the choices that we make in our lives. It's not just that, my father had those diseases, so I just wait until I get them and, do it that way. But unlike my father, I at least have the awareness that there are things I can do in my life that I believe and that I think my patients can do also, that will change their risk for getting these diseases and can actually prevent the diseases and reverse them if they have them, for some of them.
And I think the education we're providing to wider audience through various social media platforms, and the efforts you're putting into educating people, and your upcoming book are all helpful in in creating that big sort of global change. And you did mention of overweight and of numbers of overweight and obese people in the United States, but it is a global phenomenon. It was the same. I'm from the UK. It's the same in the UK. Now I've been living in Mexico I've been here now 3 months. I see at least 80% of people around me as overweight or obese. So it is a global phenomenon. So all the efforts you're putting out there and the little effort that I'm putting in, spreading the information, the correct information, I think does make a difference, or would like to believe makes some difference.
Yeah, I have to believe that if people are given the knowledge, if they're given the awareness and they know the choice, that a given choice is going to have a certain impact in their life, that people will not make that choice. Most people won't. I think beforehand, I was always told, and even my mom, the dietitian, told me to eat the right foods. Eating right is important. But I think our understanding of what is right and what is harmful with diet has changed dramatically. And so it's a matter of educating people that the dietary choices actually do matter and there are significant effects. It's not like sugar's a problem because it's going to make you gain pounds and give you cavities in your teeth. Sugar's a problem because it's going to give you diabetes, type 2 diabetes, at risk for that. It's going to increase your risk for heart attacks, metabolic syndrome. It's going to increase your risk for Alzheimer's disease, fatty liver, arthritis, and certain types of cancer even. I think if people were aware of the dangers of some of these foods, processed foods particularly, like I said, the sugars, the refined carbohydrates, and the refined seed oils, with that knowledge, I think people would make a decision for themselves. And I think that people just aren't aware of how harmful these things are.